The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? We back, baby. We back. We back from vacay. Had a good vacation. Well, we back streaming. We're back doing our thing. We probably kicked out every single algorithm that we had because I haven't posted the whole time I was on vacation. But it's all good, baby. We'll work our way back up into the good old algo. And it's all good. Got to go touch grass every once in a while. Got to do what we do. But, hey, happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. We are up. We're at it. We're doing our thing. Got to say what's up to everybody. And, it's Monday. So we're back. We're doing our thing. Go touch grass. Go get recharged. Get back. And here we are. And, we're going to get into the markets today. Got some news today. Some good news today. Got a lot to cover today. Got a lot to get into. Missed every single one of y'all. Missed you guys, man, when I wasn't streaming. And but do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. On TikTok, go ahead and keep smashing them like buttons. Keep smashing that screen over there. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them shares up. Let's get us back in the old algo because we took a couple of days off, so we're probably kicked out, baby. We kicked out of the algo. But like I said, we'll work our way back into the algorithm, y'all. Hit them like buttons, hit them share buttons. Let's get moving. We got some news to get into today. We're going to look at the markets. We're going to look at where everything is. We're going to set ourselves up for the week, man. And, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to see all my folks. I'm excited to see what's going on. Y'all had it rough in the crypto market, man, when I was gone. Y'all had it rough, baby. It was up. It was down. It was all over the place, man. Y'all had it a little rough. But, we back. We back. Don't worry. Don't worry, baby. We back. What's up, Junior? What's going on, man? What's going on with you? Selmo, what's good with you, man? Good morning. Good morning, my dog. How are you? How are you? Don't buy the oh man. Okay. I won't buy the rap, man. I won't buy the rap. How is everybody? How is everybody today, man? But yeah, we're gonna get through some of this. Gonna get through some of this chat. See what's up. See what's going on. ISO is live today. Yeah, today we gonna see. We gonna see what happens today. ISO goes live today, y'all. I'm not expecting. I'll tell you guys right now. I'm not expecting a big, huge pump off of your ISO tokens. I'm just not expecting that today. But we'll get into what's up and why I don't expect that to happen. But yeah, hit the share button, hit the like button, get us out in the old algo on YouTube, on X, on TikTok. TikTok, keep smashing that screen, baby. Let's get them likes up. TikTok is on fire today, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get after it. Let's get after it, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's get in it. Let's get in it. Get the screen set up. Let's get in it. Franklin Templeton, and it's Grayscale. XRP ETFs. Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit. We're gonna get into that a little bit, Junior, with the ETFs that launched today. So yeah, we're going to take care of a little bit of that. But let's get into the overall market. What's going on in the overall market? How did the Asian market do last night? It didn't. We're gonna call it. It didn't do that great last night. I was gonna say they did okay, but they didn't do that great last night. Got the European markets over there booming right now, all in green, and yeah, the junior said, "Let's go. Yeah, let's go with the ETFs, man. They're rolling out. The European market over there right now. They're trading okay. They're hanging in there. They're hanging in there. They're doing all right. United States pre-markets over here in the United States, all sitting in green right now, looking good, looking phenomenal. Where we at with the gold and the silver prices? The gold prices are down, the silver prices are down, the copper prices are down. So precious metals taking a little bit of a hit today, early this morning. Bond market looks like it's going to take a little bit of a hit today too. So that's not absolutely great, but it's all good. Got the pre-markets over here in the United States though, looking good. Yeah, S&P 500 futures, they look to tick a little bit higher after they got beat up last week, man. They got beat the hell up last week. Where are our ETFs sitting right now when it comes to the ETFs that we currently have on the market? You got BSOL right now, the Solana ETF sitting at $16.68. Got beat up a little bit last week. Let's see where we head today. It looks like it's going to open a little bit better than what it closed on Friday, which is a good deal. We got IBIT, the Bitcoin ETF, sitting at $47.97. Going to open up a little bit higher than where it closed on Friday. The same with ETH, the iShares Ethereum ETF. Looks like it's going to open up a little bit higher than where it closed as well. And we've got the XRP ETF from Cranberry going to open up a little bit down from where it was on Friday too. So market in general is looking pretty stable. The all the markets are looking pretty stable from the EU and the United States right now. So we'd like to see that. But where we at with the cryptocurrency? We got Bitcoin sitting at $86,110 right now. Oh boy, it's hanging on. We'll get into the Bitcoin chart here in a minute. I'll let you guys know what I think and where we're headed. We got Ethereum sitting at 2,800, back up above 2,800. Cracking that code, baby. We got BNB sitting up at $941.37 right now. BNB's hanging on. I'd like to see BNB crack that $1,000 mark again. Got Solana sitting over there at 129.53. Solana's been beat up over the past couple weeks, but I still like Solana as a long-term play. I think Solana's going to be just fine. Got XRP with some news today. How are they moving? What are they doing? That the news sitting at $2.05 right now. Needs to recover, baby. XRP needs to recover a little bit. Go ahead, tap that like button, tap that share button, y'all. Come on, let's go. Hit that like screen over there on TikTok, y'all. Keep smashing that thing and share that thing out on TikTok as well. TikTok coming in hot and heavy today, man. Let's go. But keep tapping that like screen. Get us up in the old algo. Let's do our thing over there because we back, baby. We back. But yeah, I'd like to see XRP a little bit stronger moving into the morning with the news that they have going on today. We got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 12. Oh boy, this Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is getting absolutely smoked over the last week, man. This thing was down. It was down. And we'll take a little bit closer look at that as we move on. Bitcoin, the altcoin season sitting at 23 out of 100. Not doing too well in the altcoin season, but there's life. We got life. You telling me? So you're telling me there's a chance, baby. You're telling me there's a chance. We got the market cap sitting at $2.94 trillion right now. Definitely got beat the hell up over here. This market cap in crypto got beat down, baby. But we buy in fear. We selling greed, baby. We buy in fear, we selling greed. So right now, you guys should be in buying season. You're not selling season. You guys should be in buying season. Unless you're like me, you're a trader, then you're doing a little bit of both, baby. You're doing a little bit of both. You're hitting the longs, you're hitting the shorts, you're hitting all that. We got the ETF inflows and outflows from Friday. We had a positive $294 million come into the ETFs through Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is good because we've been on a roll where they were just absolutely getting torched. So we'll see. Don't buy. Yo, why don't you want to buy? Come on, man. I don't know. I'm selectively buying. Uh, I bought 6 years ago. You bought 6 years ago? Okay. Well, you should be sitting pretty then right now, man. You should be sitting pretty then. Then the junior should be sitting pretty. But yeah, the positive inflows to the ETFs got to look good to everybody, man, because they were getting absolutely torched last week. And when I say torched, I mean torched last week. So looks got to see some positive inflows, so that looks good. Got the Bitcoin dominant sitting at 58.5% right now. Still a little bit too high. Still too high for what we would call an alt season. Gotta see this thing. Gotta see this thing going way down. Under 55 and under is where you want to be. It's kind of like one of them old 55 and over communities. You want to see this thing 55 and young, 55 and under. We want to get younger, man. So yeah, we're looking good here. Got the Ethereum dominant sitting at 11.5%. Still way too low. Got to see this thing. Got to see this Ethereum dominance tick up. But one of the bright sides here is that your total 3 is starting to gain some dominance here, up above 30%, sitting at 30.1%. That's good for the rest of altcoins minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. Remember, Bitcoin and Ethereum hold about 70% of this market, man. They hold about 70% of this market. So anytime you can see that flow into more and more altcoins, that's good. It's not a big dip up on a total 3, but it's definitely a move in the right direction. Anytime you can get that thing moving to the positive side, it's a move in the right direction for all the rest of the altcoins. So let's see. I'd like to see that trend start to continue a little bit, just start to tick up slowly there, and see some more money flow into the rest of these altcoins. You got the longs and shorts sitting at $791.62 billion, which is a good number. Anytime you see that number underneath heat, I see you, baby. I see you over there, heat. I see you. Anytime you see that number underneath 900 billion is usually a good number because around 900 billion is where the market makers really start to go to work and they start to really liquidate people. Yo, thanks for the heart over there on TikTok, man. Thanks for the heart. Appreciate all of you guys. Appreciate you. Let's go. Hit that like button. Keep tapping that screen. Share this out. I want to see some shares on this thing. I want to see some likes on this thing. I want to see us get kicked back up in the old algorithm because your boy had to go touch some grass. So that means we got kicked out of everything, all the algorithms. So let's get this thing kicked back up in the algorithm. And I got videos coming at you guys this week. I'm telling you guys, I got videos coming at you guys this week. We got the big Coinbase launch today for Monad coming out today. We're gonna see how that thing rolls, man. That thing could send. That bad boy could send if that thing moves in the right direction. That bad boy can send, baby. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on that launch. If you're in the pre-sale, good luck. I got a little bit of money in there. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, definitely a big time launch today over there on Coinbase. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how that thing rolls. We'll see if we get some positive energy flowing in this cryptocurrency place, with that. So, you come over here, you're looking at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 12. The last time we were down here at 12 was right about here, guys, which was about April 5th, somewhere up in there. And Bitcoin was sitting about 83,000, about 83 and a half, somewhere up in there. So the last time we were this low, Bitcoin was at about right about kind of where we are right now. So not too bad. Not, so everything seems to be lining up pretty well. So yeah, I do like where the market's sitting right now. I think the market is solid. I don't want to say solid, but we're hanging on, baby. We're hanging on. And when we get into the Bitcoin chart, you'll see what I mean by us hanging on. And we're in this. I still think we're in this 50-50 atmosphere, right? Where it's 50% we're headed to the bear market, 50% we're gonna get a little bit of a relief rally coming off of this thing. I'll tell you guys straight up, my view on this. I think Bitcoin's all-time high is set already at 126, but I do think that we can get some relief coming off of these levels where we are. I think we're gonna maybe see a pump up here going into Q1 of 26. A lot of things happening in 26 around crypto. You got regulation that's possibly coming out if they can ever get their act together over there. In the government, if they can ever get their act together, maybe we can move over there. What's up, my EBT guy? What's up, my EBT guy? How are you, man? We back, man. Let's go. But the regulation coming. Got a lot of ETFs launching. Right now. So that atmosphere is pretty positive going into Q4, end of Q4, beginning of 2026 Q1 over there. We got ISO that's dropping today. I don't expect a big pump off of your ISO tokens going into today. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. But I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I was wrong, but I could see I could see that a little bit of pump on them later. I think the biggest pump in this cryptocurrency market is going to come from the ETFs. It's going to come. The people that have the most successful ETFs are going to be the ones that actually pump the market, because this is an institutional driven bull run right now. This isn't a retail bull run. It's an institutional bull run, which is why you don't see a lot of your lower market caps moving, because it's institutional. So we'll see what happens. That's kind of where I'm at right now in this market. I just don't see it happening. I don't see I don't see Bitcoin breaking a new all-time high above 126, but I could see us getting up to right around that 110, 115 mark if we can bounce off of here, which will give everybody a good chance to go ahead and make some money and make some profit. I do see the altcoins having a pump here. The ones that have successful ETFs, I see them having a pump over here, and we'll see how far they can go. Right? We'll see how far they can go. I'm not going to sit here and predict how far they can go, but we'll see. We'll see if these ETFs can pump these things up. I don't expect, you guys know how I am about ETFs too. I think it takes about a month for them to settle in, and before you really start to see any really good price action moving off of them the ETF positive inflows. Usually takes about a month, especially with the amount that's coming out, and they're not all gonna make it, y'all. They're not all gonna make it. I'm telling you now, they're not all gonna make it. All ETFs ain't built the same, baby. We're in altcoin season. You ain't in altcoin season, Junior. If this is altcoin season, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, man. If this is what you're calling an altcoin season, dog, you're in trouble. Because altcoins are in trouble right now. They're hanging on just like Bitcoin. They're just hanging on. If $2.05 for XRP is what you call altcoin season, you're in trouble. You're definitely you might as well just rack it up and wait for the next and wait for the bottom, and wait for the bull market, the next bull market. Altcoins have to get a pump here in order for in order for this thing to really stay in the bear market. Altcoins got to get some sort of pump, but buying red, always buying red, always buying fear, selling greed, baby, and we are in extreme fear. So right now is the time that you really want to be putting some money into the market. Uh, right now is when these times right here, not when we're just teetering on greed a little bit. We're just teetering on greed, and we're teetering between greed and neutral. You kind of want to, these are the times right now where you really want to start getting your bags together and really start narrowing down on what you want. And I've narrowed my bags down, guys. I'm telling you now, I've narrowed them down. um I'm nowhere near as invested in as many projects as I was. I can tell you that. You got to narrow them bags, narrow them focuses down, and just start DCA and DCA and DCA and into. If you're a holder, you got to just start DCA and DCA and DCA into the projects you believe in. But I'm telling you now, what's up, Mike? What's up, Mike? What's up, Big Mike? How are you? Uh, but you got to DCA into the projects you believe in right now, but you got to narrow that focus, man. You can't be all over the place in markets like this. You can't be invested in like 20 different things and expect to DCA into all of them, because they're just you're just burning up capital at that point. You're just burning up capital and burning up capital. Well, Scottish, my dog, what's going on, man? Good morning, good morning, good morning. But yeah, so that's been my suggestion for over a month and a half now, is narrow your focus, narrow your bags. I mean, if you're in stuff that's down and you don't want to DCA into it, just hold on to it, see if it comes back. Don't worry about throwing any more money into it, and just narrow that focus down to 2-3 bags and just start, hammering away at them things, because I'm both, right? I'm a holder and I'm a trader, right? So I try to make money in this market every day, right? Every day. So, whether that market's going up or whether that market's coming down, we try to make that cash, baby. Straight cash, homie. That's what we try to do around here. So, but my bags are like tight right now. The number of projects that I'm invested in, I could probably count on two hands, and some of them bigger than others, right? Some of them bigger than others, but I definitely don't have my money spread all over the place. That's for damn sure. But we trade everything, baby. If the chart says long it, we long at, baby. If the chart says short it, we short that, baby, baby. And we get in, we get the hell out. We get in and we get out. That's what we do, right, Scottish? Ain't that what we do, Scottish? We play in this market, baby. Play in this market, making that money, man. But come on, Scottish. Scottish knows what the deal is. He be over there trading with me. So yeah, we got grayscale news. The grayscale ETFs come out for XRP today. That's a huge win for XRP to get that ETF out the door from Grayscale. Grayscale is not the company, Grayscale is going to bring some volume, right? But I don't particularly care for Grayscale. But one thing I will say is that they will bring value. This is probably the best ETF right now that XRP has. It is this Grayscale ETF, and it's just launching. Got to wait for that 21 shares ETF to come out, because I think that's going to be the banger. But I think Grayscale right now is probably the best one they have. I mean, everything else is kind of mid to low tier ETFs. They're not really going to bring that much volume. They're not really going to bring that much heat, which has been proven up to this point. I try to tell you guys that the ETFs that were launching for XRP were kind of bottom of the barrel ETFs. They weren't going to do anything for the price. Or you had to wait for the big ones to come through, the Grayscales, the iShares, all them ones, because them are the ones that are going to bring the possible volume over there that could make this thing run. But yeah, so Grayscale goes live today. Grayscale also launches its Dogecoin ETF today, which is going to be, I think that's big for Dogecoin. I'm a little worried about Doge at this point. Not because I don't think that it's going to bring volume. It's just because Doge is a mintable token, right? So the more volume you have on Doge, the more tokens it mints, which means if it runs up and it starts to mint more tokens, and then all of a sudden we have a big pullback, it's going to take that much more capital in order to make Doge run back up to that next level because it's a mintable token. So I'm a little worried about Doge and these ETFs and the amount of volume it's going to get. But hey, at the end of the day, it's going to be what it's going to be, and it's going to perform how it's going to perform, and we're going to see what happens. But Grayscale is launching too. Doge and XRP today. Huge, huge, huge news for XRP. XRP holders. Um, I'll tell you, I hold XRP. I have XRP in my bag. You know what I mean? I sold some at $3. I wasn't stupid. I took some profit, but I still have XRP in some of my bags. So we'll see. We'll see where this thing goes. We'll see where this thing rides out to. I would encourage everybody. Let's see how the Grayscale. Let's see how the Grayscale XRP plays out over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Then let's see where the iShares ETF, when that launches, how that holds up over the first 2 to 4 weeks. That'll kind of let you know where XRP's headed. If they can get some positive volume moving in there right now, and with Grayscale, and then turn around and get some more positive volume flowing in there with iShares, you're probably going to see some positive price action. If the Grayscale ETF kind of falls flat on its face in the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then iShares comes out and it doesn't do as well, that just means that the appetite for cryptocurrency ETFs on the stock market isn't high. You got to have an appetite. You got to have people who want to buy it in order for it to be successful. So let's see where the appetite is for these ETFs. But I can tell you, the first ETF that XRP launched was one of the most successful ETFs, launches in history when it came to dollars and cents. So, and that was a low scale ETF. I want to say Cranberry or whatever it was. But they're bottom of the basement. So we'll see. We'll see if Grayscale can actually get a better pump going on over there and sustain it. The one thing that kills me about Grayscale though is Grayscale likes to sell. Grayscale will sell like crazy. I mean, they will sell right on top of your head like it ain't nothing. And Grayscale ETFs are probably some of the most expensive to get in and out of into the market. But one thing about Grayscale is they bring value, and that's what it is. That's what they XRP and Doge should see good volume from this ETF because they bring value, right? But iShares is the one that I'm looking at to say, all right, this one right here might really change some value. So, but working our way there. Working our way there. Slowly but surely, we're working our way there. But yeah, that's the big XRP news right now. So we shall see. The Van Eck CEO warns about Bitcoin, uh, Bitcoin encryption. When supercomputing comes out, Bitcoin encryption and privacy, supercomputing as it starts to roll out more and more and more and more and more, that Bitcoin code gets just that much more kind of in question, right? But I think it'll be fine. I think supercomputing has a long ways to go before it actually catches up. To what these codes are. Uh, what did you say, Rich? Let's see here. Are you in here? Are you in here talking crap? Rich, I tell you what, Rich. I tell you what, man. I bet in this cryptocurrency market probably way longer than you, man. So and I'll tell you what else. Man. Uh, Just josh it. All right, Rich. I got you. I tell you what, man, I've been in this cryptocurrency market for a long time, man. I've been in this game for a while. And I was a hell of an athlete, though. I'll tell you that. So, I never came off the basketball court. Just as a FYI, you know, uh, from the opening whistle to from the opening whistle to the ending whistle, I was in the game. I was in the game, man. Yeah, just joshing. All right. So y'all go ahead and like the stream, share the stream out. Let's get us all in the old algorithm on TikTok over there. Keep smashing that like button, y'all. It keeps smashing that screen. I mean, and share this out too. Let's get this thing out there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not too worried about the Bitcoin encryption issue right now until they come out with some mega encryption computers that it starts cracking codes on everything and doing everything. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not really too worried about it right now. So we shall see. We shall see what the deal is. But I mean, I think Bitcoin's pretty safe as far as the actual code itself. So, I think people just gotta chill. People gotta chill. Uh, so where are we at price wise in this market? Let's go. Let's look at some prices. Let's see what the bubbles look like. Let's see what the bubbles look like. Let's see what some price action looks like on a daily. We're in red on a daily, but just barely, just barely. You know, Bitcoin sitting up here at 86,200, 86,200 Ethereum. Ethereum's going above that 2,800, man. 2,810. We're gaining ground today, baby. We're gaining ground. XRP sitting at 206. 206 right before that launch, right before the ETF launches here at 9:30. We shall see. I believe it's launching at 9:30. I believe it's coming out first thing in the morning. But we'll see. We'll keep our eye on it, exactly what the exact launch is. Solana gaining some ground today, sitting at 129.71. Trying to get back up to that 130 mark. Solana's got some room to run here. Dogecoin price looks good going into the ETF launch as well. See where that one goes. Keep our eye on that one as well. Remember, buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So you're going to have a lot of people that are buying into XRP and Dogecoin over the weekend, waiting for that news to drop, and then they'll go ahead. They'll sell that news. They'll sell that news. People report. People report. Yeah, PPI report tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. The Fed's in a very very crazy situation right now, which is why the markets are in a very crazy situation right now. Because what you have going on at the Fed right now is you have a split Fed. You have certain numbers of the Fed that want to work on inflation. You have a number of the Feds that think that the interest rates are the biggest issue. You have certain numbers that think that the inflation is the biggest issue. You have certain number of people that sit on the Fed that believe that interest rates should stay right where they are. You have another number of the Fed that believe that a 50 basis point rate cut is where we need to go. You have other ones say 25%. So it's a split Fed right now. And it's the first time in a long time that we've had a split Fed. Usually they come out, they show a united front. Even if they disagree, they show that united front. They don't really discuss, where people are at inside of the Fed. Even in the Fed minutes, you don't really get a glimpse into anybody, but you're starting to get some detractors on both sides of that, which is making the markets really, really uneasy right now, right? But what you have is you have interest. I mean, you have inflation that continues to creep to the upside, right? So you got to deal with that at some point. And then you have the job numbers that if you go year over year, they look absolutely terrible. Everybody wants to look at them month over month, but if you go year over year, and you match last year's job numbers to this year's job numbers in the current month, oh my God, they look absolutely just terrible. And that's kind of what a lot of the markets are looking at right now. And they're saying, well, these job numbers, man, year over year look just absolutely just terrible. And they're looking at it going, we this can't continue, right? Like this can't continue the way that it is. And they're right. It can't continue the way that it is. And when you have a split Fed, you have no idea which way they're going to go. You just have no idea. And I don't know. I when it comes to December's rate cuts, I don't know if we're going to see a rate cut in December. I think that the markets have priced it out already. I think it's already gone out of the market price in. I think that it's 70, probably 70-30 to the no side, which is not what you want to see right now. You want to see some rate cuts. You want to see all that, and you got the the uh in December you have the Fed saying that they're going to start their loosening of their quantitative tightening. So but did that come too quick? Where's that at? The banks are kind of in trouble right now too. That's something that nobody's talking about. The banks are in trouble right now. Ken, good morning, my dog. What's up? What's up? What's going on, man? Yeah, the banks are in trouble right now too. You're all being sold. Absolute. Oh, come on, man. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? An XRP, an XLM. I, I'm the first one who was on here saying that I don't think that ISO 2022 are going to pump the tokens. So I don't know what you mean by being sold a bunch of goods. I was the first one on here to say it, and I told everybody to go back and look at the ISO 2022 frequently asked questions page for cryptocurrency. If you look at the frequency asked questions page and you look under cryptocurrency, you'll find out exactly what I'm talking about, and it'll tell you all you need to know by yourself. So it'll tell you all you need to know by yourself when it comes to ISO 2022, and that's why I'm focusing more on the XRP ETFs than I am at the ISO 2022 regulations. Because the ISO 2022 regulations do not fit cryptocurrency. And when you look at it, it's clear as day in there, and it says clear as day in there that there is no cryptocurrency that is ISO 2022 compliant. As clear as day, right? So you have to look at the ETFs. They have to pump the price because ISO's not. Chainlink sitting here at $12.48 right now. I love Chainlink. Man. I think Chainlink's that dog. I think that's that dog, man. Chainlink is that man. But yeah, I encourage everybody, go to the ISO 2022 actual page, look under the frequently asked questions, go to cryptocurrency, read exactly what it says. ISO 2022 is a messaging system. It is what it is. And there is no cryptocurrency that is actually considered ISO 2022 compliant. So that is the problem, right? That is the problem in crypto right now. So on the hourly right now, damn, it looks like we're filling in a little bit in red. So we'll see. No 2000. Nah, there ain't gonna no 2000. No 2000. Not even no 2000. Do the job numbers include illegal refugees? I believe so. Scottish. I believe they include, well, no, not if they can't get unemployment, because you got to look at unemployment data as well, Scottish. So probably not, because you have to look at the unemployment data and who's actually applying for unemployment. And if you're here illegally, chances are you don't qualify for unemployment. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, Scottish. I think we're a little bit worse off than what everybody thinks. And I think that's what the market is seeing. That's what the market's seeing. And That's why you see the big pullback, the big price pullbacks, because it's just not what everybody is pricing things out of the market. Makes sense. Yeah, Scottish. So I mean, it's just one of them things where when you look at it, you gotta really take it with a grain of salt. But if you go year over year, just year over year data, if you match up the jobless claims in November of last year versus November of this year, I mean the decline is absolutely the deterioration in the job market is absolutely nuts. Uh, if they pull off the war to end the war in Ukraine, I think you'll get a market pump off of that. I think that'll pump the market, Ken. I think you'll get a little bit of a market pump off of that. Um, and I think that'll be a positive for all the markets around the world, right? If we can get that deal. LeGrand, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, 6 months from now, we'll be looking back. Yeah, I mean, look, Grant, that's what I'm saying. Like right now is the time. You buy crypto when you're in extreme fear. Is when you buy, right? That when the market's in extreme fear, this is kind of when you buy. Right? This is when you can't buy everything. And that's why I keep telling everybody, tighten your bags up in these times. Tighten your bags, tighten your bags, tighten your bags. Don't try to be in everything because you spread yourself way too thin and you just do not have enough capital to spread that around. So tighten what you're really buying. I can tell you guys right now in this market, the only cryptos that I'm buying in this market right now, as we currently sit in this market, is I'm buying Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and Airdrome Finance. I'm buying right now. Uh, I'm buying Arbitrum, AVAX, Sui. Uh, the things I have a little bit of a higher price on than I want. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a higher price. There's no need for me to buy XRP because my average cost is like 50 cents. So why would I go in and buy it $2, right? So that doesn't make a lot of sense for me, right? But there's some that I have a little bit of a higher price on that I look at and I'm like, I may want to I may want to bring that average cost down, right? And the only reason that I'm really buying Bitcoin right now is because I buy Bitcoin all the time, right? Like it doesn't matter what the price is, you know, I buy it once a week. It doesn't matter what the price is. The price on Bitcoin is just completely irrelevant to me. I buy it every week. So, uh, but yeah. So, what are the? Somebody said something over here on TikTok. I want to get to. What are the projects? I would H bar. What are the projects that I see the most? H bar. I see a lot of potential in H bar. I see a lot of potential in XLM right now. As far as the biggest upside, the top projects that I think have the biggest upside right now, when we look down through this top 200, right? The projects I think have the biggest upside are probably Sui, Chainlink, XLM, HBAR, uh, Aerodrome Finance. Uh, I'm going down through because I think Crow kind of has an upside here. Um, Not sure how big of an upside, but I think Crow's got some room to run just from name recognition. I think Arbitrum has room to run because Robinhood's building on top of it. Um, and that's where they're going to go with their 24-hour. That's where they're going to go with their 24-hour tokenization of trade, tokenized trading. I think Quant sitting here at $77.30. I think Quant's got an absolute monster upside. Uh, I think Quant's got a monster upside here. I think that's extremely cheap for Quant. Because Quant's $100 token every day, all day. Um, and I think as far as the top memes that in the top 250 that I think are going to run are SPX 6900, and I think Pepe's got room to go. I think Pepe's got room to go, and I think SPX 6900 sitting up there at the top tier. I think SHIB is kind of, it is where it is. Doge is kind of, it is where it is. Doge just worries me a little bit because it's minting function, but them are the ones that I think are going to go. I think AVAX is going to have a nice run too. The real world tokenized assets sitting over there, and it's bringing a lot of value. AVAX probably has, if you look at the amount of capital inflow into a project when it comes to real world tokenized assets, AVAX is either number one or number two outside of Ethereum. Um, so I'm high on AVAX. I really like AVAX. I think AVAX is going to make a strong move. But them other projects I think still have a lot of room. Cardano, I think Cardano's gonna make a run, maybe back up to $1 and some change, but I just don't think that it's got enough over there to make it. I don't think it's got enough over there to make it go where everybody thinks it's going, right? Because right now Cardano's surviving off of name recognition alone. I mean, there's really nothing going on over there on that blockchain. There's just not a lot going on. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes, but it's just I was expecting a little bit more building going on over there. Stellar is kind of making its own path with real world tokenized assets over there. Franklin Templeton really has invested a huge amount of money over there in real world tokenized assets, and I think that'll take off. And I'm a big Aerodrome Finance guy. I love Aerodrome. I think Aerodrome's gonna be a showstopper. I believe the Aerodrome will be one of these ones that everybody looks back on and goes, "Damn, I missed that." And I'm not going to be the one that looks back and says I missed that. I just think Aerodrome's gonna be that dude. Oh, you got the legend. That's right, the legend. Low market caps. I mean, there's a couple low market caps out there that I like, but I don't think it's low market cap time. You know what I mean? I just don't think that it's time for low market caps. There's a time and a place for being in meme coins and lower market caps and speculative plays, and now's not that time. It's just the liquidity's drying up in the market, and the liquidity that's coming in. Where do you think it's going? It's going to the top 250 because it's institutional liquidity, right? And institutions aren't coming in buying fart coin. Sorry, that's not happening. That's no disrespect to fart coin, because they made a good run, but they ain't buying it. Always time to build. There's always time to build. And this is the time for people that for devs that are in low market caps. This is the time for them to be building. And if they're not building right now, then they're going to lose. But it's just not the time to see a bunch of money flowing. You know, liquidity's too spread thin right now, and you know, liquidity spread thin and it's spread amongst the top 200. Um, but any dev out here, and I know I have devs in this chat. I know I have devs in this chat, but any dev out here that's in a low market cap project, if you're not building right now, then you might as well just take your project and wrap it up and go home. You know, because you don't build in the middle of bull market or when your project's moving. That's not when you build. Too late then. Too late. Too late at that point. So let's get into some of these trading view charts. Let's see where we're at. Got Bitcoin sitting here at 85K. This is the line, you guys. I called this line before vacation, and it held. It held just like I kind of told you guys it was going to hold like this. I was only gone for the weekend. It didn't move that much. Didn't move that much from where I told you it was going to be. 85K is a nice support line right here, right? We're on a daily chart. It's a nice support line, right? And it's been using this 85.5. Let's call it 85.5 just for a nice round number. 85.5. It's been using that support line all weekend long. It comes underneath it. It comes back up. It gains support. It runs up to 86. Comes back down, touches the support. So it's just kind of chopping sideways right here, right? It's outside of this monthly tunnel. It's outside of this tunnel we've been tracing for since 2023, which is not good. Don't get me wrong, y'all. It's not good. That's not a good situation for Bitcoin to be in. And this is why. And I see both sides of this argument, right? Some people will say we're in a bull market. Some people will say we're in a bear market. I see both sides. I understand both sides. I understand why people are saying we're still in a bull market, and some people are saying we're in a bear market. But here's what it is, right? My opinion is, I'll tell you my opinion in a minute, but it's holding on to this 80, 85 and a half. It's holding on pretty strong. This is the line right here you got to really pay attention to. Right around 75,000, right? This is the line, right? This I can literally go on this chart right now and write doomsday underneath 75K, right? I can. Because if you drop below this line and you don't recover that drop, that's bear market. That's your last hope. That's the last line of hope for Bitcoin, right around 75, 73K. That's it. That there's nothing else underneath of you that you can recover from if you don't hold that line. And Bitcoin seems to be holding this 85 line pretty damn strong, which is good. That's great news. That's great news for the market. That means we're still kind of in an uptrend. When you go month over month or week over week, we're still kind of in an uptrend. We lost the channel. Make no doubt about it. We lost the channel, which isn't good overall. And that's why I'd say we're not going to go back up to 126. Because there's a lot of levels of resistance that you got to have, that you got to get through between 85 and a half and 126. There's a ton of resistance that you have to. That's going to be a long road to back up to the top. But I do still think that 110, 115 is still on the table. As long as we can hold this and get a bounce off it. This week is going to be a key week. We got to get a bounce off of this level. And we have to come back up here and start testing the bottom side of this channel, right? Which is right. We got to get up to 90 to 93,000, right? With positive data, positive inflows to the ETFs, all of that. We got to get back up to that level. If we don't, we're going to have a hard time continuing to just hold on to this 85 and a half, 86,000. You look at the ribbons, the EMA ribbons are pointing down, but our indicators over here say that we're in a buying situation, right? Which we knew we're in a buying situation, right? We're in a buying situation. So it's all good. It's all good. As long as we can hold them lines, we'll be fine. But if we drop below that and we start tipping on that, we start tipping on that 75, 73,000, we're gonna have a problem. There's gonna be a problem. You same with the total three. You know, we've been tracking this total three channel all the way up through here. And we're playing right off of this line. We're playing right, we're sitting here and we're playing right off of this, let's call it 1.15 trillion. We're keep bouncing off of that line, bouncing back up, bouncing back down, bouncing back up. And as long as the total three, which is everything minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, as long as this can hold on to above, I'll call it right here, is probably the last line of hope, right? Right around, we got to pull it back just a little bit further. Right here. Right here was about where the big run started. Right around six and a half. Right around 6.5 billion, right? If as long as we can hold on to that, we're going technically still in a bull market. It's going to be hard to recover back to highs from there, but technically, as long as you can hold that, you're still in a bull market. But that's a big drop. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm still 50-50 on it. Personally, I think that we'll get a pump up, but I think the highs are set. At least for Bitcoin and maybe even Ethereum. I think you're going to see, I think the highs are in the market already. But I do think that we're going to see some sort of pump up. It wouldn't surprise me to see Ethereum, if Bitcoin can rally up to 110, 115, somewhere in that area. It wouldn't surprise me to see Ethereum rally back up to that 38 to 4K area. It wouldn't surprise me that if some of these altcoins started to tiptoe around their all-time highs, I guess I would say. It wouldn't surprise me to see Solana run back up to 350. It wouldn't, XRP, that's a hard one because of the ETFs and all that, where it can go. XRP, we'll see over the next, like I said, 2 to 4 weeks, where we think that's going to go with the ETF, launch, because there's two things that's got to happen with an ETF. One, you got to have a good ETF that launches. XRP is getting that with Grayscale. Two, you have to have an appetite in the stock market for people to buy it, right? So you can have a good ETF with a good company, but if there's not an appetite for it in the stock market, then it is what it is. You got to have people that buy it. You got to have people that want it. You got to have people that are investing money into it. So, that's the key. Quant will flip Zcash in price. Oh, that's a tough one, because Zcash been on a run, Selma. Zcash actually been doing their thing, man. I'll give Zcash and Dash. I'll give a lot of credit. They've actually performed really, really well in this volatile market. Them two projects right there, them two privacy projects right there are probably the stars of the show. When it comes to actually being able to bring in a positive inflow volume into the crypto space. Zcash and Dash have been absolutely on fire. And people were sleeping on them, and I was too. And I was too. When you look at Zcash right now, I mean, when you look at this chart on the daily, I mean, you can't say anything negative about what Zcash has put out, right? They've been able to perform a lot better than a lot of these other projects, and it is what it is. Like, the numbers are the numbers, and they've been able to put it down. And we'll look at Dash here in a minute. My people on TikTok quit liking the stream, so I have to go behind the scenes and fix it. Like that stream, so I gotta go behind the scenes and fix it, y'all. Come on. So yeah, but Zcash right here, when you look at this chart from Zcash, I mean, how can you complain about that, right? You, compared to any other chart in crypto, how can you complain about that, right? And then when you look at Dash, you get a lot of the same thing. Like this is a daily chart. This thing looks great. This thing absolutely looks phenomenal. This thing came down here from $21 all the way up to $149. Uh, that's a monster run, you know. So we'll see. We'll see. Like and I expect these two to continue to perform. So we'll get out of here. We'll look at some of these low market caps real quick, just to kind of get an overview of kind of where we are, and then we'll get out of here because if I was off, I got a whole bunch of work to catch up on. We look at HyperSwap. This thing is just continually taking a nosedive. 310K right now. I like this project, man, but like I said, it's just not the time for these particular projects, right? It's just not the time. It's not that they're bad projects, it's just not the time. You look at Cellular, this thing continues. Like we look at privacy protocols, right? And you have Zcash and you have Dash all really going on a run, right? And you have a brand new project here in Cellular that was launched that did a 20x, came back down, did what it needed to do. Now it's sitting here at 3.4 mil right now, right? Well, this is a privacy protocol. So when you look at it, there's just no appetite for these lower market cap projects right now. People want established projects, right? You look at White Monkey, holding on. It's doing it 7.9 million. It's actually holding better than a lot of the other projects that are out there. You guys know I use Trouble for a lot of my longs and shorts. So it's actually sitting at 9 cents. I told you guys at 12 cents, I dumped it at like 7 to 8 cents. I'll buy back in, and I will. I mean, I will. It's just I'm waiting. There's just more downside to these lower market cap projects. Like there's just not a lot going on over here, right? So that's not to say that these are bad projects. There's just not a lot going on. White monkey sounds white monkey sounds racist. Hey, call it what you want. Money's money, baby. Money's money. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like we can look at them all day long, but it's the same song, same dance on all of them, right? But we do got that big launch today coming from Coinbase from Monad. I think that one's gonna go off, man, and that one's gonna do some numbers. I am in the pre-sale, and you guys know I don't get in a lot of pre-sales, but I did jump in that one just because Coinbase is launching it right off of their platform. It's gonna be instantly listed on Coinbase. So we're gonna see. That one's gonna go off today. We'll see how it goes off. It could absolutely fall flat on its face. Who knows, right? It could be. Junior's laughing at me. It could fall flat on its face, but I don't think so. I don't think Coinbase will let that happen. I think that they'll pump money behind it before they allow it to fall flat on its face. But we'll see, right? We'll see. But with that, guys, we're going to get up out of here for the day, man. It feels so good to be back, baby. It feels good to be back, man. On your way out of here, guys, do me a favor. Like the stream and share the stream. TikTok, share the stream before you guys get out of here. Like I said, I've been gone for a little bit, so I lost the old algorithm. You guys know how these algorithmic things go. If you're not posting and you're not if you're not posting every single day, or you're not in it, saying something or doing something every day, they kick you out of the old algorithm. So we got to work our way back in the old algo. We do that through likes. We do that through shares. We do that through all of that stuff. So let's get on back up in the old algorithm. Let's get these numbers kicked back up to where they were, because you got to touch grass. And I encourage you guys all to go touch grass at some point, and don't be in these markets all the time. Conehead is here. Conehead's here. Conehead's building. Like I said, the lower market caps, your time is coming. But the time that's coming for the low market caps are for the people who are building right now. They got to be building in this market. If they're not building in this market, you're not going to win later. You'll have your time, but you have to be building right now. What's up, Big Watch, dude? What's up? What's up? What's up, Big Watch? Let's go. Big Watch. We got a Grayscale launching today on XRP. Let's see it. Let's see what's going to happen. But yo, let's do it. Let's get in it. Let's do it. Let's get these comments. Let's get these likes. Let's get these shares. Let's kick us up in the old algo, baby. Let's go. Be back at you guys Wednesday. Missed every single one of you guys. Let's do it. Be safe. Be smart out there. Protect your money. Get into assets you believe in. Get into projects you believe in. And keep DCAing into them. If you're a trader like I am, you do both. You DCA into projects and you trade the market at the same time, guys. Be safe, be smart, protect your capital, protect your money. Remember, your capital is the most precious commodity you have in your arsenal. So protect it with everything you guys have and make sure that you're watching your cash, man. With that, we're up out of here. Peace. See you guys on Wednesday.